Hey, all you rad dads out there.
So welcome, Erik. Welcome to the Rad Dads Show. Who are you? Who are you talking to here?
Hi, Kristian. Yeah, my name's Erik. I'm the drummer of the band Circus Rhapsody. And currently, I'm down to barely no gigs at all because I'm having twin babies and they're keeping me very much alive. I also have a stepdaughter. She's 9. She just turned 9 2 days ago, actually. So that's what's going on currently. I hope next year I hope next year there's going to be more concerts. This year it's down to 3, which I negotiated hard with my girlfriend.
Oh, I know it's so tough. Like we've talked to a few people over the pandemic, and especially musicians and people are involved in the arts, that it's been definitely a challenge. We could get into that a bit later, but kind of going back. So twins, how old are your twins? Two boys,
They're
identical
8 months now.
Identical twins?
No, I looked up the word. They're dizygotic twins. I had to look it up.
or that would be the same as fraternal, correct?
So they're not identical at
Right.
all. The translation is dizygotic twins.
There we
So
go.
they had 2 girls. So I have 3 girls here now. But they look totally different. They act totally different. They are all different size a bit. Like one is a bit bigger, and but they now, like one was growing up or making steps forward really fast. Like she was crawling with 5 months, and the other one was still lying on her back.
Oh, that's wild.
But now, like half a month ago, the other one catched up, and now they can really play together. That starts now, and it's starting to be a different fun. Like we have a big hallway in the flat, and we can walk around now and play hide and seek.
How does the stepdaughter kind of work there? Like, does she take care of them, help out, that sort of thing, or?
Yeah, she's super great. I mean, it's really a big challenge to get the quality time with her now that the twins are quite demanding. But she's really proud. She's not as annoyed and jealous as I would be.
Yeah.
And what what was really great, we spent 6 weeks on the road all together. We've been taking our band bus actually on the road, and had camping holidays to France and to the coast side. So we spent a lot of time all together, and there she learned that she can actually also calm the babies and be a cool big sister that they laugh about, and so now she's really self-confident in handling the babies, and I think she's way more help than she should be already.
Well, that's good. Take advantage of that, maybe. Let's get into the dad questions. Do you consider yourself a rad dad?
I had to look up the word actually. So maybe some people consider me a rad dad. And I hope I am one myself, but I rather don't question that. Should I?
I don't know. That this is why we ask the question. So we do that intentionally. I think one, we don't really define what that is, and so we hope the people answering the question kind of defines it for themselves. And also, there's always these two kind of camps. There's people that say, you know what, yeah, I do a great job and take pride in being a father, and kind of accept that moniker and roll with it. And then there's others, the other side of the camp, like they're not sure. They always say, you need to ask my kids that question. And so
Okay, my kids are too young,
Yeah.
but my stepdaughter,
Would she say you're rad? Your
she
stepdaughter?
would definitely say that. Like, what do we do? Like every evening, basically, we play some songs together. We do that with full force enthusiasm and like little concerts, and we really enjoy that together. Um, she's I mean, with me, it's all about music. I'm not doing any extreme sports whatsoever. But yeah, she sees that, and she enjoys that a lot as well. If she definitely doesn't have to, and so we can enjoy that together. And she's listening a lot to our CDs, actually, way too much, if you ask me. And she started to take drum lessons now, so I'm
Right.
also the drummer. It was not my intention, but she was able to choose. And yeah, we're doing that together.
That's
And
awesome.
it's a lot of fun.
So what are some traits that make one a rad dad?
So I think it's wanting to take the time and to slow down career and everything else. Like currently, I'm fully responsible, and I have the parental leave. So I'm not a full-time musician, by the way. Like I also work. I don't work currently, and also I slowed down concerts, which means there's exchange drummer now, like a spare drummer who plays most of the gigs this year for me. And I'm totally there for the twins now, and also my girlfriend can finish her studies these years, so that yeah, next year we can negotiate date again. But now I'm really glad having so much time, because I was really afraid of having babies, and now this intense time gives me the chance to get really emotional into that.
Why that was going to be my next question, actually. You know, did you have any fears? What were the fears of having kids?
I never had fear of having kids. I
Okay.
knew that I wanted kids, and I had a stepdaughter that I met with 5-year-old as a 5-year-old, and I got along very well with her. So kids are fine. I was afraid of having babies because
Okay.
I never found them like amazingly cute. I just think, okay, they can't do anything. What shall I do with them? that was my fear, that I find them just boring.
There's no manual that comes with them. I share that too. I have one son. He's 9 now, turning 10, and it was the same thing. Like bringing him home that first day from the hospital, I was terrified because I didn't know what to do. But it's funny that you just kind of make it work. Is that what you found? That was that fear of babies and bringing them home kind of went away over time, or do you still have it?
No, I think I have to um, correct my answer then, because my fear was not that I can't handle them, or I treat them wrong. My fear was that I just find them boring
Oh,
while
okay.
they're babies. but that with the birth, with my girlfriend giving birth, and the first magical moments and the first magical weeks, like that totally changed. Now I start looking into every children's career. I don't know the word. like I start looking at other babies and find them really, really cute, which didn't happen before that.
Oh, that's interesting. Like that. Did so can you talk a little bit about like paternity? Was there like why did you choose to go on paternity leave? Like why are you the caregiver how come your girlfriend didn't stay home? Is that something that's common? Do you think it's more common this day and age, or is it more common maybe in Europe? Like I would say, traditionally the female kind of stays home, and it's super rad that there's this transition that's happening, I think. How did that kind of play out for you?
So I wanted to have at least half a year. So that was the original plan. And that after the half a year, I started working part-time. So that was the basic idea. But then we figured out that working part-time is too much of a hassle with twins after half a year still. And my girlfriend, her work was more time flexible than mine was. And also I found it very important that she finished her studies because I had finished mine already. So that was more of a rational thing to say. It's more that afterwards, now that we're having this situation and I get to spend so much time, I'm really glad that I can and I do. So I think to decide that before the babies were born, or if I wasn't able to change my decision, then I would have chosen differently. But now after half a year, I'm glad that I can actually extend another year. So I'll have 1.5 years full baby time.
Sweet, that's cool. Has it been more challenging being with the pandemic and COVID and stuff?
No. Actually, that's like a good coincidence because it was challenging for everybody. But all the pregnancy, it was like you couldn't go out anyway. And then giving birth, like life was slowed down everywhere. So ours is too, because of different reasons. But like we're not blaming it on the babies, we're blaming it on the pandemic.
Yeah.
I found actually we had the perfect timing to give birth. And also I was really lucky that I had this small gap between the lockdowns and also the twin exception that I was totally able to be there in the hospital. Because I heard some sad stories about women giving birth alone because of contact restrictions. That's sad, but I didn't have that problem. We didn't have that problem, luckily. So we had the perfect timing. We made good use of the pandemic.
Yeah, for sure. Can't think of any other, a better way, for sure. In what ways has fatherhood changed you? Has it changed you?
I'm way more healthy. I'm drinking alcohol-free beer right now, and I'm not smoking. Yeah.
So why that change? Like was it something just like, oh, okay, now I got to be a role model, or was there another reason for that? Or you just don't have the time, you're just not out, having brews with the buds anymore? Or?
No, it's not that role model thing, but like you definitely want to have 3 healthy dishes for the kids, and so you start doing that, and of course you'll eat them yourself as well, and not getting pizza every day. To quit smoking, that was for sure. I didn't want to smoke in front of the kids. The rest is that I'm outside a lot. That's because you want the kids to be in the nature, and so you're in the nature as well. I'm just way more healthy. So
was that a shift from before?
Cause.
Was that a shift from before? You being out kind of more, taking them out, is that a shift from what you were previous?
Yeah. Definitely. I was spending lots of hours inside and in dark basements and recording stuff or whatsoever, but not not enjoying the sun.
There we go. Okay, I like that. What have been some of the most rewarding aspects of being a dad?
Wow, that's a question that I could only describe with situations and not with really words. But like, what is more rewarding than like having two little babies like just crawling towards you and laughing loud and just being so much over emotional that they're breathing really fast just because they see you. That's super rewarding in a lot of situations.
Yeah, so like we asked that question, right? That, you know, being the rewarding aspects to hear those stories, you know, because I agree with you. It's hard to put those sorts of things into words without kind of painting a picture of that, right? And so it's kind of one of those things that I just like to hear. You could feel the pride in your voice when you told that story. Is it different with your stepdaughter, like in terms of the rewarding aspect? Obviously, you know, having a baby, you know, first learning to crawl, crying towards you, seeing that smile, all that giggle. Is there anything a little bit different there with someone that's older?
I'd like to be asked the question when they're the same age. Actually, that's a big thing. And but my stepdaughter, like she also gave me confidence in that when, or I have to make a bigger thing here, like I'm just saying it, like I'm thinking of getting myself sterilized because twins is now enough. But to have my to get my insecurity about this solved, my stepdaughter gives me confidence that if life changes, I could also adopt another child and be same as happy with that. So that gives me security for this thought of getting myself sterilized. If that's kind of an indirect answer, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's just, that's interesting. Yeah, I like the idea. It kind of gave you this confidence and kind of almost, would you say, like prepared you for being a dad to the younger ones?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Of course. And if it wasn't her being that old already, maybe we would have waited also a few years longer. But I'm super happy we didn't. Maybe it would be one baby less, huh? You know.
yeah, maybe. I could imagine. Oh, twins must be busy. Can you comfortable describing the relationship with your dad?
Yes. I really like my dad, but my dad is also a very realistic, rational person. But I'm a bit like that as well. I'm working a lot on allowing emotions and being emotional. I've like also had sessions with, that's like a group family thing that you do, with the purpose of me being more emotional, and my dad is not that emotional, I guess. But I totally respect that, and he always has an open ear and is there for me now that he doesn't work anymore, actually. That's a big change. He was working a lot when I was younger.
So like, is that then something that you're conscious of, the fact that he is like this rational kind of realistic person? Like, are you more emotional intentionally just because of the way he was and you don't want to be like him? Or is that just your nature? You just...
It's not that I don't want to be like him. Like, I want to be like him plus emotional.
Okay. And what is he like? It just has he been around? Like, is it hard there? Like, does he live close? Is he like the rad grandpa, or?
Yeah, I think he waits for them to start talking. No, he's cool. But currently, what's happening in his life is that he's just finished working now and is on in his pension. But he got a thing with his company that he was the last 6 years he was getting paid half, and therefore he was working 3 years normal and 3 years not at all. And those last 3 years he still had the benefits of the company, for example, a car, and the car he chose was a camper van, and like he was driving
Nice.
all over Europe. And that's what he done the recent time. And he came by every now and then, but not as much as it could have been. But that's totally fine. He should do that as long as he's healthy enough to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he lives like 300 kilometers away though.
Oh, okay. So that's a little bit of a trek. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this question really applies. You know, we talk to a lot of musicians on this show, and then obviously being on tour and being away from the family is something that is just part of the job. Is that something that has affected you at all? You know, being a parent, being away, being on the road, and if so, like how do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's going to be challenging, definitely. I mean, this year there's only tours in Germany. Next year there's going to be also the UK, which is not even Europe anymore, and France. And in 2023, hopefully there's going to be a US tour that's getting planned right now by the Mannequin Vanity Records in San Diego. They want to do a US tour in 2023 for us. And I'm super excited about that, but I know that it's going to be big hustle to get the time, free for my family and have like not have everything on the shoulders of my girlfriend. Yeah.
Right. So that's the transition you kind of talk about. Like, this is one of our last few questions here. And what's next for Circus Rhapsody? What do you see kind of on the horizon? Did you record stuff over the pandemic? Is that, you know, already talked about it, you know, upcoming tours potentially? What's new?
We have a new album out just right now, basically. It's called Just Kidding. It's 13 songs, and it's by far the best record that we've released. I'm super proud of it. I think mostly because we're working with a producer, Florin Kerber. He's got the Tausendsasser label, Tausendsasser Studios in Berlin, and working with him was really so creative and productive, and he gave a lot of songs like the twist that it just needed, and no one of us, we were all too close to have that idea. So I'm really proud of that. And this record, to be honest, was recorded before the pandemic, and then we were just too afraid to give it out without having a tour, because we didn't want to have a release tour with a record that was actually released the year before. So we were just waiting with the complete record in our hands. Yeah, and so now it's playing release shows and touring Germany. But slowly we're taking our instruments back in our hands and starting with the creative phase. And I expect on the next record more songs written by me, because that's basically the thing I can contribute now the most, is just playing on the guitar, and I'm not so much on the drums right now. I have no possibility here at my home. I have to go to the rehearsal room, and that happens rarely.
Oh, interesting. So then you're gonna have more of an influence on that, just by writing and stuff than previous.
So.
Oh, sweet. So hopefully a tour coming soon. Okay, the album "Just Kidding" is the album, right? As I said. Last question, Erik. Any words of wisdom you'd like to leave for dads or future dads out there listening?
Wow. I'll don't wait too long. I before the twins, I really I thought maybe give it another year or two, but I'm super happy that my girlfriend was confident enough to say, now it's the time. And I was sure that I wanted to have kids with her, but I was like, 23, 32 or 33, well, like it's not much of a difference, and like just do it. Don't wait.
I like that. Yeah, can't wait too long for that. Okay, thanks, Erik. I really appreciate your time, and thanks for being on the Rad Dads Show.
Thanks a lot.